Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose. These are general readings. We take what works, what doesn't. If I don't catch your storyline or your vibe on this one, check your other major placements. See if you can't find something of use for you there. So we're going to get going with an intuitive vibe of where we're going with this reading with this Oracle Mystical Moments deck. We are grateful for the message we're about to receive for Scorpio. We had one flip already. It's a popular card. Starting to get some ideas on why that might be a popular card. Anything else for Scorpio this week? Do you have anything else for Scorpio this week? Let's see this. Anything else? Fascinating. Seriously? Okay, I'll put that one because it's popping out there. Okay. All right, we have two elephants. We have keys on trees. You're in a situation not of your own doing. You didn't put yourself up here. You're way out of your comfort zone. And I'm starting to see that this card has come up a couple times in the last couple readings. And I think it could have to do with sort of globally what's going on. A lot of us are way out of our comfort zones and are in situations that we didn't put ourselves into. We didn't make a decision. We didn't quit our jobs. We didn't leave. We didn't do, there's just some sort of situation that we didn't have any choice in. Someone else put us up here. We're kind of trapped and we're kind of stuck, but it is going to take us some work, but we are going to figure out how to unlock and how to let ourselves out of this, out of our kennel. We're going to so we've been kennelled and in a very awkward situation. We belong down here and don't we know it? This is not our comfort zone. And we've got all these keys, so we've got the ability to access those keys. So we do have the ability, through a lot of work and a lot of focus, we are going to have the ability to free ourselves. So we didn't make this situation. All we did was like open our mail and there was something in there from some major institution saying how they messed up and now we have to spend 3 hours on the phone trying to straighten it out, or we have to figure out, okay, now where is my income going to come from? Well, now what do I do now with this situation? So your Scorpios are in a situation that they didn't plan on. They weren't invited. They didn't answer any invitation. That just got plunked in here. And kennelled here, and now you got to do a bunch of work. The benefit of this, though, is that the wisdom you're gaining from this situation, the bird's eye view of the forest that you're getting from this, is really going to serve you and really going to serve you well. Once you're down here and you're going through the forest, you're going to be able to have this memory of, okay, well, I know that there's a watering hole over here because I was stuck up here for a while, so I kind of know where to reach out for resources and how to help other people find those resources. So the one benefit here is that you're going to be leaving with a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom and information. You've got this work process. You might be lucky. This first key might be the one that opens you and frees you and gets you back into your comfort zone, out of this situation, or you might just have to do a bunch. So try to be methodical. There's a lot of work to be done here. You gotta get going here if you want to get comfortable, want to get back to where you feel like you belong. And then we have a long way home. You've pulled up anchor and you have a long ways to go. And there's some stagnancy here. Well, yeah, you're kennelled. So we have some stagnancy here, a sense of being you've made the commitment, you've made the decision to pull up anchor and head on to a new life. You might have a companion here that's off in the distance, but there's some stagnancy and you're waiting for the winds to blow and you're waiting for something to change and start moving you where you wanted to go. So you made your decision, now you're waiting on life to do some other things, to respond to this decision. You have a couple ideas. This is an idea about where you'd like to be and where you'd like to be in the future, and sort of going to those. I've seen this card relate to things like enrolling in college, quitting a job and not quite sure what you're going to do next, but waiting for, you know, something to happen there. So there's been a decision made. You've pulled up anchor. You'd like to be moving. You'd like to be moving a lot faster than you are, but unfortunately, this is just the nature of the beast, is that you're in a situation where you've got to wait for somebody else. So in this one, all the action now is you. Someone else made some action, and now you're picking up and dealing with the consequences. In this one, you made the decision and you made the action, and now you're waiting for things outside of your control to start moving you and start bringing you closer. So the thing is, though, it's you're starting out on a long journey ahead, but you're taking your home with you. You're not gonna like just go out there and be like, so I guess I'm just camping for the next 5 years. You know, you're making a new home. You're going to be comfortable as you're going. You're not going to be camping or living in your car for 5 years. As you get there, you're bringing your home with you. So it's a long way home, and you also have some of your creature comforts with you. You're going to be at home the whole time you're doing that. So Moonology, oh my goodness, a full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So fire sign of fullness, a fiery climax approaches. Hopefully your balloon doesn't catch on fire here. Just teasing you. It's not gonna catch on fire. That's fascinating. You know, I've drawn that card a few times, and I've never quite understood what it means. I mean, it's so straight, obvious, like right out there. And there's not like a lot of subtle meaning behind it, but it's never been obvious to me what exactly it's talking about. Guess we'll find out. All right, Aries, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Alrighty, dighty. Okay, Scorpio. Did I just call you Aries? Huh. No, it's full moon in Aries. That's why the Aries is lingering in my mind here. So in your recent past, you have, I just was hearing this echo of Aries, and I was like, what? Did I just say, because I know I can do that sometimes. But it's this full moon in Aries, this fiery climax approaching. Okay, so in your recent past, you have this King of Cups. This could be you. This could be somebody else. This is a very mature, emotionally mature energy. There's been sort of this, the waters, the emotional waters have been very churny-uppy and very volatile. And yet somehow you've managed to just hold on, keep hold of your vision, hold your emotional liquor. You've been able to survive this, to endure this upheaval with quite a bit of calm and maturity, just very emotionally mature. That's not emotionally controlling. That's not emotionally avoiding things. Those all can appear like maturity, but are really quite the opposite. No, you've had a lot of confidence in who you are, and in dealing with a lot of emotional upheaval. You or someone around you, could be a mentor, could be a therapist, could be just somebody in your life that's shown you how to do that, shown you how to ride these waves and surf them, if you will, not just run away from them, and not just become a victim of them. But in your present situation, there's a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of sadness here, Scorpio. I keep thinking of you as Aries. This card is really funny. It's like just echoing as Aries in my mind, but we're Scorpio. Scorpio, you're in this heartbreak. What happened? These truths came in and hurt you. Libra just got this card too. And you've got entrance wounds and exit wounds and piercings of hurtful words and hurtful things that happened and were said, and hurtful, painful ideas and painful truths. You know, it's always painful to find out someone doesn't love you, it's like, wait, that hurts. That might be true, but ouch. Ouch. So it could be something like that. Something has come in and been really painful. It could be this situation, some sort of betrayal, put you up here, kenneled you. I mean, something's got you stuck someplace else, or put someplace very uncomfortable. This looks really uncomfortable, really painful. So that's you're dealing with some heartache here, some heartbreak, some communications or some words or some truths that just really kind of pierced you through. In your inner landscape, you're dealing with this this Ten of Pentacles. You're hoping for some sort of inheritance, or thinking a lot about inheritance, hoping maybe for a monetary inheritance, hoping for, so it could be somebody dying. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Everybody's fine. So you're really thinking about inheritance, and this can be an inheritance of ideas, of things that you, concept and ways of viewing the world that you inherited from your parents or your grandparents that have been in your family for a long time. This is just how you view the world. So that's maybe been on your mind for a while here. You've been thinking about that, about rewards for loyalty, and for loyalty to this family or this family-like unit. But this talks about, let's talk about inheritance, and it's somehow on your mind. Legacies. What kind of legacy are you leaving? Are your descendants going to be able to inherit from you? What sort of legacy are you receiving, and what sort of legacy are you leaving? And that's been really on your mind a lot. And at issue is this Five of Wands. This is like a fight, a very vicious fight. This isn't a play fight. This isn't just a test of your strength. This is like a physical fight, or an actual fight. Some sort of, no one's playing around here. No one's dicking around with this. This is like, in the upright, this is like testing your strength, kind of sparring with words. This is like, I mean, I want to say like it's an actual physical fight that you got into, or that's an issue here. But this is a real fight. This isn't like some sort of display fight. This is a real, this is for keeps. This is for everything. So there's some sort of fight. This could be this fiery climax approaching. Some sort of fight, like a fight for your life, or a fight for something. There's something really volatile going on here. And that's creating an issue for you, obviously. It's creating an issue for every single person in this event here, in this spar. It's not a spar. It's not sparring. It's an actual, like, this isn't just a test of your will, this is an actual battle. This is a fight that you're in, and you have to be in it to win it, because otherwise you're going to lose. So that's creating an issue for you. I wonder if it has to do with this inheritance that's on your mind. And then, well, we've got this heartbreak. We've got this Three of Swords. In your environment, we have this Ace of Pentacles. So you do have a new job, a new beginning here with some sort of work, like I was saying, like starting college, starting a new job, starting a new path. Maybe that's part of this key thing of getting yourself out of this elephant jail here that someone else put you in, some situation put you in. But you've got a new beginning here, either a new job or a new house or a new home or a new school, something having to do with money and having to do with reality. There's some sort of new beginning around you, having to do with your job or reality or something like that. Some sort of new money coming in, maybe about this inheritance you've been hopeful for. But there's something about that happening around you in your environment. This is all happening in some sort of environment in which you've just started a new job. Maybe it's very contentious. Maybe you are not getting along with your coworkers or something like that at this brand new job. And here's your to-do list. It's a Ten of Swords. I think you're supposed, here you have this Three of Swords, and you're done. The Ten of Swords is done. I mean, not like done, like dead done, but like this painful situation's coming to a close. you have some sort of role to play in bringing it into a close. This is as painful as it gets. You've been as wounded as you're going to get. You're very close to the water. You just have to stretch out a little bit. But this is the end of a very painful chapter. You've been stabbed in the back more times than you can count. You've been stabbed in the back so much that they ran out of swords. They ran out of swords because you got so hurt and harmed. So your to-do list, I think, is to crawl to this water, wounded as you are, betrayed as you've been, to crawl to this water and finish and allow this painful cycle to finish, to close out. You've already made a commitment, it looks like, to move on from that. But so your to-do list is to finish this off, to let this come to an end, let this wind down, this painful chapter wind down, bring it to an end, find your way to some healing waters. But and I think also you need to acknowledge how painful this has been, how difficult this has been, how hurt you are. And as you do that, you come towards this healing water to find some renewal and to start the healing process. So you're ending a very painful chapter. Words have been said, you've been very hurt. You're currently being very hurt. And this is telling you to bring that to completion. This whatever painful thing that you've been experiencing, you're coming into this Ten of Swords energy, which is as maximum. You're realizing the maximum amount of hurt and pain, and allow it to be the end. Allow it to somehow. You have to bring this pain to a close and stop accepting these swords and stop allowing yourself to be stabbed in the back and hurt like this. I mean, you've got a real fight on your hands, and somehow you need to bring it to a close and reach out for something healing, reach out for help, but allow this painful situation to end. And then in your possible outcome, you have the Three of Cups. You have this beautiful sharing with friends, singing together, coming together to share emotionally. You're going to get together with your friends. You just need to close out this painful situation, and then you'll be having a party of not more than 5 people, and you're gonna hang out with your friends and share and sing in harmony together. And this is a really beautiful friendship, relationship, caring, sharing of our emotions, and being sort of bound spiritually with these people, or bound with this, spirit and feeling and emotion. So it's just so fascinating because you start out with this King of Cups in your recent past, this emotional maturity. Maybe you've held it together for as long as you possibly can throughout a very tumultuous time. And here it is. Let it flow, let it out, acknowledge all of the hurt and all of the pain that you've been experiencing. You've been very strong for a very long time, but the pain has gotten to be too much. You've been in a fight for your life. Start sharing about that, and I think you're going to come together with some friends, some support, some mutual support, and singing together and sharing of your feelings, because you've got some really hurt feelings here, and it looks like it might be good to share it with some people. And then that's where you're going with, is into some really heartfelt community with people. You've been strong for a long time. You've been hurt. You've been, we've got a couple things about how hurt you've been. Okay, so we're really acknowledging that you've felt trapped. You've been through no fault of your own. You're experiencing a lot of pain here. And you've been stabbed in the back, and you need to acknowledge this in order to let it end. It seems like acknowledging it is, and talking about it and sharing about it ends it. And you've been in this fight for your life, but you've got this emotional maturity and this community around you, surrounding you. So Fiery climax approaches. Maybe that's this. Maybe it's this like final stabbing in the back of all 10 daggers. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that was a good fiery climax. Maybe it's this. Maybe you guys like all singing together and it's really fun and really amazing. Maybe that's your fiery climax. Is this group choir singing together. And reaching those high notes together or something. So, all right, Scorpio, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and subscribes. I really appreciate it. It's encouraging to me, and it also helps raise the visibility of the channel, and that's really cool because then other people can find these messages too. So, thank you, and have a good week. Find some friends, do some singing.